I am so very happy.
Yeah.
So terribly excited.
Yeah.
So
Ecstatic.
tremendously excited to bring to you today
Yeah.
Mood Industries' first interview
Yeah.
with my main man, Paris. I'm Luis Gomez with Mood
Hey.
Industries. This is Will Bain,
Yo.
CEO of Mood Industries. And we're going to hop into some questions. We're going to talk about life. We're going to talk about
Life.
Will's imaginary friend.
John,
Will's friend.
Charlie.
And Paris is going to give ad-libs the entire time.
I'm Paris.
Shout out Paris.
Shut up,
Hey.
Paris.
Namaste.
Yeah. Hey.
Let's get into it. Namaste. Bless up, everybody.
What's up?
So, Paris,
What's up?
I have a very serious question to ask you.
Oh my God! Right off the bat, let's go.
When did your style get so fresh?
Ooh,
Like, I'm pissed at how cool you
Bro,
dress.
okay, honestly, let me tell you this story.
Okay.
All right, so I was born in the 90s, right?
90s baby. Okay.
My
How old are you?
dad, I'm 34.
Okay.
I'm 34.
Born in the 90s. It's 34, okay.
So my dad, he loved music. He was a musician himself. So he was like hanging around like a bunch of other like hip hop artists and producers, and he had, you know, the hip hop style.
Yeah.
So he knew how to dress. He knew how to do his thing. And basically when he had me, like his fashion DNA was like given to me. So like I was kind of just born with it,
Yeah.
you know?
So you like hopped out of the womb in like a big old jumpsuit looking like Will Smith.
Not exactly, but like I had it inside of me to know like, all right, this is what to wear.
He had that fashion intuition.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
He's got the eye for it.
yeah,
Right.
it's a part of me. It's like a, you know,
I feel that.
it's like it.
It's like, were you growing up in elementary school? Were you already trying to like flex on the other kids?
Bro, I did.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
What were you rocking?
Um,
Got like the sweet Teletubbies merch, or like?
bro,
what
I
were you-
had
The
I had some
Teletubbies merch.
Skechers. Bro, I had the flyest Skechers in the world. You know?
You're
You know
like
what I'm talking
the
about?
light up
Rap
ones?
Simons.
The little light up ones that would light up with every step, right?
Dude, I honestly don't even remember what I used to wear when I was a kid. Oh, okay, here's something. There's this picture of me and my dad. He's wearing a sweater vest, just like a straight sweater vest, nothing underneath it. I'm right underneath him.
Spoken out.
Basically, I'm right underneath him, wearing a sweater vest too, nothing underneath it.
Wow. We should find that picture and edit it.
That should be an album cover, right?
Bro, I'll give that to you guys, and you can just like put it like in the video.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Cover
Put it in
photo.
our first office.
Boom. Just right behind, right on every wall.
That's an outfit I remember from when I was like 5 years old, and I did that like 3 years ago.
So let me
So-
ask you this: would you still rock sweater vests?
Oh, of course.
Bro, I could see you in
Of
a sweater
course.
vest for sure.
Can you make a song and call it sweater vest? Is that a thing?
I can do that. Yeah, I can.
Do you feel like
Tell-
your fashion has inspired your music? Like there's a kind of relationship between the two?
Honestly, no. I wouldn't say that. What I would say is it inspires my performances. I have this song that I released with a music video a couple months ago called Vibrant. And in the music video, I'm dancing. I have like this dance I do in the hook, and there's a part where the grass behind me is just like vibrating different colors. The hook goes, baby, I'm vibrant, I'm breathing, I'm loving up all the seasons, baby, I'm alive and I'm eating, I'm giving up every reason. So I mean, with that hook, that like the term vibrant just kind of collectively exemplifies how I view myself as a person, how I view my music, and when it comes to me dressing, I feel like I dress in a very vibrant way. I love lots of colors.
Yeah.
You know, I love to stick out, and I love to just be like kind of a source of like brightness, uniqueness.
Yeah.
And I would say that definitely influences my performances, because vibrance, you know, it describes, like I'm saying, brightness.
Right.
And when I'm on stage, I love it. I love smiling. I love having a good time. I love laughing. So I would say my fashion inspires my performances.
Definitely. That's dope, man. And I can totally see that because you do dress in a very like maximalist kind of way, where
Thank you.
you just like to stand out and you're not afraid to get attention put on you.
Oh, no way.
And it's, I don't know, it's really cool.
Thank
Would
you.
you say you're always like that? Like,
Oh,
did you-
totally.
Yeah. You just,
Totally. Yeah, that's something that like my parents kind of just like beat into me as a
yeah,
kid. They're
don't
just
be
like,
afraid to stand out.
yeah, you're special, you're unique. You should want to be
Right.
unique. You should want to be special.
Yeah, definitely embrace that thing that separates you from everyone else, and then feed off of that.
Yep.
So is that one of the sources of energy for your creativity, for your
Most definitely.
inspiration for your music? Because I feel like you're way more creative than just music. I can already tell you got fashion sense. I bet you're a dancer. I heard you're a dancer.
That's true.
That's
is
true?
Yeah.
What does Paris's dancing look like? What's the style, man? Is it vibrant?
It's vibrant.
Of course it's vibrant, right?
It's vibrant. I'm a vibrant dancer.
Yeah. Did you have like any certain dance inspirations, or you just kind of
Dude, I love 80s like
that Thriller video?
no, not even Thriller. I love like Bobby Brown. I love New Edition. Do you guys know the song Every Little Step? Every
sounds
little
familiar.
step I take, you will be there. Every little
Yeah.
I know like
step
70s
think
music,
I
know
think
90s music. The 80s is like a giant.
It's like a
blind
giant
spot
blur for
in
you.
my music history.
Yeah, no, I love like okay. Do you know the song like Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe?
I do
Man,
not.
you guys need to just like look
Dude, I'm
all this
telling
stuff
you,
up.
The 80s is foreign to me.
That's like early 90s, but like
Really.
like the upbeat kind of like dancing / R&B songs.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. Me and my
That's
friends
what
were
inspires
talking
me.
the other day, just like the early 2000s. There was so much happy music.
Yeah.
And now, like today, what's super popular is like the more kind of gloomy,
Oh,
more
totally.
mellow, ethereal, spacey songs. And it's
Yeah.
like, dude, I just want some like happy club
Right.
tracks, and I feel like
Yeah.
you're really bringing that back.
And that's definitely something I want to do. I want to make happy songs. I mean, songs that are going to talk about real things, but like I love being able to make music that people can like actually smile to, because like you're
Right.
saying, like that's not like a common thing anymore. That's not
Absolutely,
popular.
yeah.
And not to say there's anything bad with like Drake or like Lil Peep or like those super
Right.
popular like gloomier artists, but like I feel like there's a balance that's upset right
It's
now.
good to have variety.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to aim at like bringing that variety.
Bring
No,
that-
I think that's
that
super important
vibrancy.
too, because I remember like now reflecting on the childhood, right? It's totally like you think, oh my gosh, Black Eyed Peas, Neo,
Let's get
stuff
it
like that.
started.
Right, exactly. Like, can you imagine being in the club or at a party at that era, at that time? Like, how lit would that
I
be?
know, right?
And
Seriously.
here you are bringing that back with its own kind of 21st. Well, it was in the 21st century, but
20,
with that 2018 twist on
yeah,
it.
2018.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's definitely something I want to do, because that was a lit time period.
Yeah.
Bro, Black Eyed Peas
Right.
had the club lit.
Flow Rider. Oh, he had some good songs too. You
Flo
pair them
Rida
up.
Is what his name was. RIDA.
Flow Rida.
Right.
Rider. Flow Rider.
Yeah, yeah.
Flow Rider.
Flow Rider's a
What
different
did
person.
What did I say?
a
Did I
different
say
guy.
Flow Rider?
That's a
Oh.
Flow Rider's a homeless white guy.
Whoops.
He sells
That's
mangoes.
the guy that tried to rip off Flow Rider.
Yeah, yeah.
As Flow
He
Rider.
sells mangoes. I'm telling you.
All right.
So
The more you know, right?
Who are like some of your musical inspirations? Is it like that 80s stuff, or like who would you say? Are,
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would say that, because I love to make music you can dance to. Also, I would say in terms of like loving hip hop music, like I definitely got a lot of inspiration from just like early 90s, mid 90s hip hop, a lot of like conscious stuff. I love Nas.
Love
Nas is my favorite all-time rapper. I love Tupac because he made music to turn up to, but he
Right.
also just had like a message, and
Yeah.
he definitely influenced the culture. And present day, I would say my biggest influence of all time is Kid Cudi,
Interesting.
without a doubt.
Interesting.
He is 100% an individual in a game where, you know, people are copying or people are doing what everybody else is doing. But Kid Cudi, he's Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi's
Right.
so unique.
He's his own
doing
genre.
him.
There's no one comparable to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, the Kid Cudi is his own genre, basically.
Is it that difference and uniqueness that Kid Cudi has that you feel as though you can relate to, and that's maybe why you find him to be such a big inspiration?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's definitely his uniqueness, his individuality, his ability to break barriers, I would say his singing voice as well. Kid Cudi has a very
yeah.
like low singing voice. That hum, I love
Make
his
a go
hum.
dumb with them hums.
But yeah, Kid Cudi, he's definitely an individual, and that's something
Yeah.
that definitely like revolutionized how people see hip hop nowadays.
Right,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. No, I think that that's super key too. I mean, you look at hip hop and what is it? It's every single rapper is
Yeah.
trying to be this individual person,
Yeah.
which is super cool because then you get all these different individuals collaborating and then you get these really unique sounds.
Yeah. And something I also want to say about Kid Cudi is Kid Cudi openly spoke about his wounds. He openly spoke about like the reality of his like hurt and like pain and like
Right.
anguish, and he was real with that. You know, he did make like happy songs, you know, like Surfin', but then he also made very like introspective songs like All Alone,
Right.
you know, or All Along. So I definitely enjoyed that aspect of it as well.
Yeah.
Super versatile.
What about Frank Ocean? I don't know. I feel like Frank Ocean would maybe be a big influence for you as well because when I think of Kid Cudi, I also kind of associate Frank Ocean as being right there with him.
Yeah, I can feel that. I can feel that. I definitely loved Frank Ocean's like breakout project, Nostalgia. Like that definitely brought a different sound to the game
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, Frank Ocean, he's a revolutionary in his own right as well. And I love how just like low key of a person he is.
Right. He's super kind of just like,
And he's known like strictly for his art. Like that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like to be able to like pull that off
right.
nowadays.
Oh, yeah. So true, especially with all the stuff that's
Like
around.
a kid can play like Jimi Hendrix today and post a video on YouTube, get like 5 views. The idea that Frank Ocean, like just through writing songs, just through how much of a virtuoso he was in crafting his songs, is famous because of that, and got hired by other artists to write for them.
Yeah.
Like that's super amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
Shout out Frank Ocean. Shout out Kid Cudi.
I'm
Shout
sure-
out
I feel like
Paris.
he's too low key though. Like he just can't. Like he never tours.
Yeah.
That makes me sad.
It does
Will
make
you tour for us, Paris?
I will tour for you if someone, you know, provides some funds. Like I gotta get a fund.
I'll pay you in bagels.
Give me that works.
We'll get
Bagels.
Flow Rider.
You
freaking
call it
do
the
that.
Bagel Tour?
Call it Flow Rider.
Call it
Flow
Flow
Rider.
Let's get some mangoes in there too.
Some mangoes. I'm with it.
So, how do you feel as though you incorporate individuality into your sound, into your style, into your musical aesthetic? How do you do that? What does that enlighten us kind of in your enlighten us on your creative process when it comes to creating something that's individual? Because that's a great way to describe your music. Your music is individual. It represents individuality.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I would say something that I don't do when I am in like kind of a writing mode. I don't really listen to other artists too much because I've noticed that when I do that, I get heavy influences and like want to copy certain
Right.
things, whether it's certain like melodies or cadences or like flows. So honestly, a lot of it is just like when I'm in a good like writing mode, it's just being by myself and not listening to anyone else besides me.
Yeah.
So
Letting it all come from within. I like
exactly, yeah.
that. I like that.
I like that. And it lets your mind rest too, and just kind of like coalesce all your past music history.
Yeah.
Just let all that 80s and the 90s just come out of you.
Yeah.
It's that deep-seated.
Exactly. Like all that influence is already like embedded in me.
Right.
Like I have all that influence like in my mind already. And it comes out in its own like mixture, like, you know, its own like influence smoothie that I'm creating into a song and serving
You're
up.
chefing up.
I'm chefing it up and serving in a cup of
Yeah.
a song. Yeah.
I feel that.
Call it
Who
the
do you-
smoothie song
The smoothie song featuring Young Mango and Flow
Young
Rider.
Mango, Flow Rider.
and
How-
Paris.
What are some songs that you think like people should listen to first if they want to get an idea of where you're going with your music right now?
Oh man, that's so hard. That is really hard. It's like specific songs they should listen to.
Yeah, like if they like you so far and they're like, he's all right. I'll listen to a couple tracks. Like, what would you throw at them?
Okay, I'm gonna say this in a way that says, okay, artists that I get a lot of influence by nowadays or find myself similar to. I love Gold Link's music. I love Gold
Definitely
Link.
heard that.
I love Amine.
Hell yeah.
I love Anderson .Paak. I love
Blast, dude.
I love K Tronada.
Yes.
If I'm going to describe how I want more of my music to continue sounding, I want it to sound like K Tronada singing, rapping.
Okay. So you see yourself as kind of like a new arm of the rap genre that's coming out right now? Because I feel like rap is having a lot of evolution right now in the way that rock did in the 90s.
Yeah.
So like rock evolved into like soft rock and like super mellow rock,
Right.
and then you had like grunge. So
Yeah.
now rap, I feel like we got Lil Pump coming in. He's like the grunge rap, and we've got like Drake coming in and being more mellow. Do you see yourself as kind of like an arm of the rap genre, or do you see yourself as a different genre entirely?
Oh, that's tough. I mean, I have songs where I am rapping, so I can't say that I'm not a part of rap
Right.
or a genre of rap. So I would say I'm an arm of rap, hip hop. You know, I
Kind
mean,
of like a house
exactly,
influence type.
exactly. I mean, as unique as it sounds, like it all comes down to like I love hip hop, and I am singing on music that sounds like it's kind of like house dance influence, but I'm still rapping.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say it's a new arm.
Right. You're putting that vibrant hip hop on the map.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we have a lot of hip hop that's slow. We have a lot of hip hop that's really hard, and we have hip hop that's a little bit more laid back, chill, kind of spacey, right?
Yeah.
And then here comes Paris with this vibrant rap, right?
Yeah.
I think that's special.
And we got Anderson .Paak he's doing his thing.
He's doing his thing.
Dude, I don't even know what to call that.
Soul, funk, R&B, pop, beautiful,
He's beyond words.
beyond words,
I'm gonna be pissed.
extraterrestrial.
Extraterrestrial.
Funk pioneer.
Funk pioneer. Yo, we need to get you a title like that.
Funk pioneer.
Yeah, like funk pioneer.
yeah.
Like
Dance extraordinaire.
dance extraordinaire is good. I feel like we could do better.
All right, I'll
Is
We'll
this
get-
too much
yeah,
of
we'll
an
have to-
alliteration,
You
but
guys-
vibrant viber?
you guys think about
Vibrant Viber.
The vibrant viber?
it. Ooh, I like
I'm
that.
fucking with that one.
I like that. Let it settle in. Let it
Yeah,
settle
okay.
in.
So how are the shows going? Do you have any shows or like any live performances you got coming up or you've done recently?
My last show I actually opened up for Chief Keef.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so that was like definitely something I never expected to
Right.
Yeah, how did that even happen?
do. I mean, I had just connected with his people. They like my music. One guy specifically, a guy named Idris. That's my big brother. Definitely a huge inspiration to me, and someone who's heavily involved
Yeah.
in music and in his camp. And we hung out. Definitely vibe with each other well. He listens to my music, loves it, supported it, and kind of just put me on. So
Wow.
I mean, it kind of just happened in that way, and it was crazy. It was, I was opening for him, first of all. Whenever someone opens for an artist, they're more, anxious for the actual artist. And,
Right.
Like when it comes to openers, they're like, whatever, I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
And then number two, like my music is like the complete opposite of Chief
Yeah.
Keef.
Right, yeah, that's definitely a weird mashup right there. Chief Keef plus Paris, we got this kind of dark, more grungy, hardcore rap, and then we mix that with what Paris has got, the vibratory viber. Like, definitely an interest,
Vibratory.
definitely an
Thinking of the
interesting,
new 50 Shades. But continue.
definitely an interesting mashup for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, people weren't expecting it. Weren't expecting to
Yeah.
hear me.
How'd they respond?
So it was a little mix. After like during my first song, people were just like not feeling it at all. Like,
Right.
I could just see it. You
Yeah,
just sense the energy.
course.
People are
course.
tired as hell.
Yeah.
And they see this guy on stage dancing, to some like house sounding beat when they're just trying to turn up. So first song was definitely like huge wall. Basically, there was a wall put up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that song, I love to get like crowd interaction and crowd participation. So, I go, hey guys, when I say, what is my name? You guys say Paris. What is my name? Chief Keef. What is my name? Chief Keef. I had a guy throw a water
Oh, that's
bottle
rough.
at me. It was crazy. So there was a huge ass wall there. But the beauty of that is, man, it's like, it was a challenge that I was eager to overcome.
Right.
Yeah.
So after my second song, you could just feel the energy of the room like change. You know, there was such a huge wall put up. People were like, you know, not even giving me the time of day. After the second song, people were like more opened up. They're like, okay,
Shoulders
all
start
right,
moving.
like I
Right.
vibe with this.
Okay.
Okay, I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
this. I feel this. And it was fun, man. It was fun to be able to take over that challenge of like opening for someone that was completely different than me,
Right.
and then end up like gaining fans from it.
Right.
And it was to a point where like I was getting so much love just like after the show, like on Instagram, people were just like DMing me, like throwing comments, like, man,
Yeah.
you did such a great job. I mean, like they're saying, okay, like the crowd, you know, they were punks at a point. But
Right.
you definitely killed it up there, and you did
Yeah,
your
yeah.
thing. And to hear that, you know, that's the reason why I do what I do.
Right.
You know, I want
Absolutely.
to influence people's perception.
Of course.
You know, I wanna be in a Chief Keef concert and like play my music so that
Right.
people can, you know, even though they're there to like turn up, which I
Right.
love to turn up too, but like, you know, to be able to bring what I brought to the table and for it to be accepted at a
Right.
Chief Keef concert,
And overcome that wall.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I want to do to the rap
Yeah.
game. So
I love that. I love that. Tell us a little bit more about too that experience. Like, was that your first live performance? I'm assuming not, right?
no. I mean, I've definitely done a lot of performances.
Right.
But that was definitely like 100% my biggest one.
Right.
I
Right.
would say.
Absolutely. So then tell us about the differences and the difference in the experience between, you know, maybe the first few times that you performed in a smaller setting
Yeah.
versus when you got up on that stage in front of all these Chief Keef fans. Like, paint us the picture. What did that look
Huge
like? What were the
difference
emotions
is-
going through your body? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
tell
mean,
us about it.
I even had a show. I had a show earlier that week.
Bless you. Thank you. Just in case.
I had a show earlier that week, actually, like probably like 3 or 4 days before. It was for my homie Carter Ace. He's an LA local musician.
Shout out Carter Ace.
Shout out Carter Ace. This was in LA. He's an LA local. We did a show together before, and he, you know, vibed with my music. So then he asked me to be on the show that he had. And compared to the Chief Keef show, the Carter Ace show, smaller venue,
Right.
less amount of people, but they were there for a positive, happy vibe.
Right.
You know, they
yeah,
were
yeah.
expecting something more positive, more upbeat. They were almost expecting my music.
Right.
And there was just a lot more support, like outright.
Right.
You know, no walls to even tear down.
Accepted you
Right,
with
right.
open arms.
Exactly. It wasn't that I had to like, you know, tear down a wall with a bulldozer of my music.
Yeah.
It was just walking into a family function and just receiving hugs.
Yeah, yeah.
Outright
Oh, I love
and
that.
singing for them.
That's great.
So yeah.
I think that says a lot about you that you're willing to take on that challenge. Like, fuck yeah, I'll perform at a Meek Mill show. I don't care. I'll sing to these people.
Dude, I
I will
will
seduce them.
I will open for 21 Savage. Even if I get shot,
21.
if I get shot in the foot, I'm gonna do it in a cast.
Do you like do crowd surfing?
I have not tried. I gotta build. No, you know, there probably are opportunities I could have done that. Just haven't done it yet.
Are you going
Does-
to?
Oh, I would love to. When the time is right. I'm not trying to hurt myself.
The thing, like crowd surfing to me just seems really dirty.
I
Like
mean,
I'm
it's
sure
just
I'm not
people's
saying your
hands.
fans are dirty,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying like if I went on stage, I wouldn't want to jump into like a bunch of sweaty people.
I feel that.
That's just me. I don't know.
Bro, when there's that energy to be able to jump into a crowd and have them lift you up,
That's true. I
you
guess
don't even care
Like,
about
yeah,
what
how does
they
that
do.
feel? Like,
Shit.
is that feeling of lift up better than that feeling of ooh sweaty
really
hands?
soiled my sweater.
Right. Yeah. I mean, which one's better? And which one gets the crowd more lit?
Which one gets you more clout?
Definitely crowd surfing.
Definitely crowd surfing.
Definitely crowd surfing.
Clout surfing.
Clout surfing.
There's a lot of clout.
Clout in the cloud. Bro, that should be our next app.
Clout.
Clout in the cloud.
Clout in the cloud.
I don't know what that means, but I just like
Me
the
neither.
name.
It sounds like something. Write it,
It sounds
down.
like a thing.
Remember it.
Are you
Make
do
it
you
an
watch
album.
any TV?
Honestly, I don't really watch too many shows. I did actually just, I actually just watched New Girl.
Oh yeah.
New Girl and Black Mirror. But yeah, New Girl. Dude, New Girl is like the funniest show
Is that
that
the
I've seen.
Is that
in
the one that's
last
on
100
Fox?
years.
with
Yes.
It's like one chick and then it's a
Zooey
bunch of
Deschanel.
dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
There's
then
a girl and she's
is
the
Justin Baldoni in that?
I don't know who that is.
He's
Is that a real name?
yeah, it is. He spoke here.
Justin
Is
Baldoni.
that a made-up guy? Just make up a
No,
guy?
he's
Why would
he's
you
a
make up
cool guy. He's a cool guy. I listened to him speak one time. Doesn't matter though. I think he might be in that show. Anyway,
Dude, maybe.
good show.
But New Girl is an amazing show. It's hilarious.
I have to check it out. I say that now, but I'm not gonna watch it.
Okay, thanks for
But I'll
lying.
check it out.
Thanks for lying to me.
You're welcome.
You're still lying to me.
Fuck him.
Still okay. It's on Netflix, so I mean, you could binge watch.
Huh.
You could watch one episode.
That's my thing. Like I can't watch a show because then I'll watch all of it.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
That's that's what like.
That's why I'm hesitant to say that I watch TV because I have a problem with binge watching. I can't really just watch one.
Yeah.
So I try not to watch it, but like I ended up getting sucked into New Girl.
Yeah, I get that way a lot with music too. Like when I first met you, and you're like, oh, here's my Insta. Like I listened to your Spotify, like every track that was on Spotify.
Dude, hell yeah.
And but my problem is like I listen to everything at once, so I never remember any of it.
Okay.
It's like you started singing the chorus to Vibrant. And I'm like, okay, I remember this song.
Bringing it back to mind.
Yeah, I don't know. That's my issue. Got to work on that.
What goes into that creative process though? What goes into your creative process when you want to create a new track, a new album, a new EP, a new single, whatever it is?
Yeah.
What does that look like? What does Paris do? What is the process? What is Paris's process?
I put on a beat.
Okay.
So I have different producers I work with.
Right.
One specifically I'm working with now is this guy's name, Austin Mark.
Shout out Austin Mark.
Shout out Austin Mark. I'll pull up his page of beats.
Mm-hmm.
I will open up voice memos on my phone. I'll start a voice memo, play the first beat, freestyle to it. If anything good comes out, then I'll continue on that idea.
Yeah.
But what I do is I initially basically just do that. I open up a voice memo and record a freestyle.
Right.
If the freestyle has a good flow, a good, maybe an idea of a hook, maybe some sort of good melody, some sort of like structure. If it becomes something that I can picture as a full song,
Right.
then I'll continue with it.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it'll just be me like freestyling and maybe just like da 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 da, and I'll just like be spouting out gibberish.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, I'll take the idea with that flow
Right.
and
Yeah,
basically
it's
just
the
put
rhythms.
words to the rhythm, and that's a song right there.
Interesting.
Yep.
So do you find yourself writing a lot more songs after starting with a freestyle, or do you find yourself writing on paper a lot more songs and then freestyling from there? What's the songwriting process look like?
No paper really. Paper. Just starting to write without like hearing an instrumental is not something I really do.
Yeah.
I'm always writing to music,
Mm-hmm.
and to me, it's more about the feeling of a beat or the feeling of an instrumental.
Right.
Is this something that I can just like imagine like performing on stage, or like, oh, is this beat something that
Right.
I can imagine, it speaking something to someone,
Right,
or
right.
something that people will remember in their minds.
Right. Does it give you a vision?
Exactly.
that you can
Does
build
it give
off
me?
of?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Does this instrumental give me a vision?
Mm-hmm.
And if it gives me a vision, then I just continue with that vision.
Love that. Love that.
That's great. When did you start writing music?
Man, when I was like in high school, I would say like 14 years old, and that was me writing down on just a notepad,
Yeah.
but it was all trash. It was disgusting.
As it is usually when you
So
start
now it's
writing.
recycled,
So
right?
bad. Yeah, it was so bad.
I mean,
I
everyone
wanna, like,
starts
find
being
those.
shit at something.
I want to find those.
You should find it and make it into like a really fire ass song right now.
Yo, actually, Nas did that. That's something
he?
that Nas did.
What's-
Yeah, Nas. damn it, I forgot what
It's like
what.
rapping about lunch ladies or something.
No, bro. I mean, Nas. He came out with Illmatic when he was 18 years old. And that's like a hip hop classic.
Yeah, I know.
So whatever he had on his notepad was like still fire.
Yeah.
But it's a song that he has off this project called The Lost Tapes, and he basically just goes through like this old notepad that he had and just spits verses. It's so dope. It's
I've not
seriously
heard of
dope.
that.
It's dope.
I have to check that out.
Check it out. The Lost Tapes, Nas.
The lost
So
tapes. No.
you started writing in high school. When did you start recording?
I started recording, I would say, in high school as well, but I first started with like this garbage, like desktop microphone, like a long, it was like a long, like stick
It's like
looking
a
thing.
bendy.
You look
Yeah,
like
dude.
somebody at a supermarket reading over the
Basically.
intercom,
Hello?
rapping over.
Salma?
Dude, I feel like that could be a sick intro to a song, though. The sound of like a
Intercom
coming in over the start of the beat,
Yeah.
and then going off that. Like I don't know, just throwing something out
That's
there.
an idea right there. That's an idea. But yeah, I mean, that was the kind of like microphone that I had. It was just something to just record
Just like
with.
in your bedroom.
Yeah, it was
Are
just,
you like
just something
embarrassed
that I
that your
had.
parents would hear you while you're like singing into this little intercom mic?
Bro, I loved everything that I was doing. The thing about like anytime anyone starts as a musician, it should be this way. They should love what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's why they do it. Even if it sounds like trash, they love what they're doing. And even if it was garbage and it sounded like trash, I loved it.
Yeah.
It was so fun. I brought that to my grandma's house, and then I made a song with my cousin. Like, I traveled with that thing.
Yeah.
So I had that at first, and
You
then
were
I ended up-
traveling with a little bendy mic?
Yeah, basically.
Dude, I love that. That's amazing.
Then I upgraded to another mic that I bought for like $50. That
Yeah.
was cool.
Was it
And then-
handheld now?
That was like a real mic.
Okay.
It was a condenser mic, a USB condenser mic.
Okay.
And then I would say my freshman year of college, I got a microphone from my dad, and that's when like I got a microphone and an interface from my dad, and that's when I got Pro Tools too.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that is when like I started really recording.
Right.
So definitely like my freshman year of college is when I really started going at it.
Yeah.
So.
Like taking the sound quality really seriously.
Totally.
But
yeah.
you've always loved the process of recording.
Of course, yeah. Yeah. It's still a love-hate relationship, I would say. But I definitely always, in the beginning stages, regardless of the mic, I loved it.
Are you super perfectionist with how your songs,
Oh, totally.
when you're recording them?
Totally. That's why it's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's that process. Like, let me hit the first record on this. That's not quite it. Stop. Start
I'll
over.
go through a 2-minute verse, and then if one thing's wrong
Right.
about it, I have to start it over.
Yeah.
It's
Do you
just,
mix all the shit yourself, or you send
No,
it
I
to
don't.
someone? Okay.
So, I mean, I put on a lot of the effects myself because I want things to sound a certain way, but when it
Right.
comes to just fine-tuning, EQing, mastering, I send it to someone else.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think that's something that a lot of artists need to get a better ear for.
yeah,
is
totally.
sending rough cuts to producers
Yeah.
and to like actual mix engineers.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't realize that, like, yeah, I can write a cool verse and like sing great lines, but
Yeah.
they don't have in mind the finished product.
Right.
I think it's
Exactly.
really cool that you're keeping that in mind.
Exactly, and you could have the best song idea in the world. It could be the best, instrumental. It could be the
Yeah.
most fire verse.
Right.
But if it doesn't sound professional, it's not going to be a good song at
Right.
all.
It's all about that delivery at the end game, for
100%.
sure.
100%.
Yeah, definitely. So between the time at which you started recording music to that time in freshman year of college when you
Yeah.
really started taking things seriously, and now,
Yeah.
how have you evolved and changed as a musician, as well
Yeah.
as how has it affected your sound?
Yeah. I would say now I just know more of who I am as an artist.
Right.
Starting to do music, there's just those influences that you have. You take these little pieces from different artists. Some songs maybe it's just more from this artist. Some songs maybe it was just more from this
Right.
artist. But now it's like we were saying earlier, that smoothie,
Right.
just that collection of those
Yeah.
influences like I have in me, and now it makes Paris. It's
Right.
not like I'm not now making like a Kid Cudi-esque song and then a Drake-esque song. I'm just making Paris
Right.
songs. So a lot of the evolution has come into just knowing who I am as an artist, what I want to represent, who I want to be, who I
Right.
want to portray, how I want to sound.
Right, absolutely. I think even the name Paris really reflects that, right? I mean,
It
Paris.
sounds, it's like a bouncy
Right,
name.
there's that, and then you think about Paris, though, the Eiffel Tower and how it's all lit up, like his music, like
Lit.
how does
Lit.
that? It's perfect. It's perfect mold of Paris.
That's beautiful.
Do you? Sorry, were you gonna say something?
I've never heard anyone say that. That was beautiful.
Will is
Wow.
low-key a poet.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Shout out Will. Who
Shout out
is this
Luis.
man? Who's
Wow.
mans?
Shout out Will. Shout out Luis.
I'm gonna ruin your
Shout out
mood right
Paris.
now.
Shout out Moon Music.
Shout out Mood Music before
Shout
we
out
get
Mood Music.
into Sad Boy Hours.
Ruin my mood. Destroy me.
Do you destroy you? I feel like do you ever feel like this whole like vibrant movement and like you just trying to be like a very vibrant, very out there performance artist?
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like it's a lot of pressure on you to keep up that image, or do you really just like embrace it and you feel like really secure in that image?
Here, the thing is, vibrant doesn't just describe, it describes brightness. You know, it describes, you know, like we were talking about earlier. I love to laugh. I love to, you know, enjoy my life and be happy, but
Right.
it doesn't describe the ignorance of negativity or bad times. Vibrance is, you know, overcoming that.
Right.
You know, but it's not ignoring it. The last song that I just released is called "Wait for You," and you know, I talk about a lot of things in that song. The hook goes, "I want to get better, in and out of depression. All this pressure I might never ever own." You know, it's
Yeah.
like real stuff. I mean, it comes out on like a bouncy
Right.
track,
Yeah.
but it's real stuff. It's
Like
It's in
integrating the
That
darkness.
airy, bright music is totally contrasted by those lyrics.
Exactly.
Oh, I love that. I love it when songs do that, actually. Shout out
Exactly.
Atlantic Animal, who just did that in a song I recently listened to.
Send me that song. I want to hear
Will
that.
do.
But
Will do.
basically, yeah, I mean that's what it is. It's not ignoring negativity. It's not you know, the ignorance of that and just pretending that I'm
Right.
always happy. You know, it's acknowledging that, but realizing, okay, it's not going to be like this forever.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
I think that's a great note
Stay
to end
vibrant.
on.
Absolutely.
Stay vibrant, everybody.
Hashtag stay vibrant.
Be cool with Sad Boy Hours. This has been Luis from Mood Industries,
Will from Mood Industries.
And Paris from
Paris Industries.
Paris.
Hey.
Paris
Jamba
from
Juice.
Stay Vibrant. Paris from Jamba Juice.
Bless up.
All right, man. My ear was getting sore.
He was like falling out.
This was on, right?